Going into our losers finals match, Team Predators versus the Conglomerate of Ian. One of these two teams will meet the Salty Skyborn in the grand finals, but for now, for Team Predators, we have Mighty Keb bringing the Greasy Dream. It is a Gat, Banshee, Light Carronade Squid. Their ally is going to be the Bobobula, Hades Mobula, 2 Artemis, Light Carronade Flamethrower for close range, piloted by Princess Tutu. Their opponents, the Conglomerate of Ian. First we have the Uptown Monk You Up, piloted by Steamy Noodle. Gatling Banshee on the left side. Hades Artemis on the right. Finally, the Breadcrumbs, piloted by Nano Duckling. More duck puns is a Hades Mobula with 2 Banshees on the left wing, Artemis Gatling on the right. Some interesting builds we're seeing from the Conglomerate of Ian. Specifically Banshees in places where we don't typically see them. Maybe opting for a little bit a better firepower in a close range fight for canyons, and also better arcs. Since they may, given the cloud cover and low visibility on this map, you can react much more quickly with the Banshee than with an Artemis because of its slow turning and poor arcs. Everyone's kind of charging straight into the center of the map, but the Bobobula is facing the wrong way. Looks like Greasy Dream is going to be the first to start the fight. He just wants to get spots, and he's just going to get right on out of here. Blue team, however, does not want to let him go, but I think he's gonna be safe here. No problem. Like, this is a very strong map for Squid. There are a lot of, because of the low visibility, because there's a lot of rocks and stuff to maneuver around, it is very easy for a Squid to disengage at pretty much any moment during the match, and it's going to be hard for blue team to chase because these ships are not as mobile as the Squid, obviously. Meanwhile, Bobobula is kind of sitting back. It looks like the Predators might meet up behind the Conglomerate of Ian and go for a rear assault. This could be very deadly if blue team doesn't realize that this is happening, doesn't realize something is up. But they are going to keep moving around the map. They don't want to stay in one place too long. They want to make sure to erase their last known location so they don't get ambushed. And it seems like they might be moving into red spawn, so they can we might see a spot here. They might have seen the Greasy Dream. Yes, they did. Oh, a small flub from Mighty Keb exposing his ship. They've given away their hand, and now the Greasy Dream is going to have to back out. Whatever strategy they're going for is now not going to work. But blue team, or at least the element of surprise, has now been lost. Blue team's going to be moving into red spawn. I think they might want to have a more wide open battlefield, have a little more visibility in this fight, because they don't want to get ambushed by the Squid. Squid's poking forward. Hey guys, oh no. Oh no, he was trying to back up, he's trying to get out of here, but he bumped against the canyon. Going to correct himself and get out. That was very close to going badly. But he will escape. And Bobobula is really far back. This is a strategy we've been seeing from Mighty Keb a lot, where he takes a very forward position and tries to get spots on the enemy team before the Bobobula decides to move in and commit. It may be seeing that maybe in every match they've been playing, employing that tactic. I mean, that is definitely something you can do to leverage the Squid's advantages. You just pop in, see where they are, pop back out, and then decide how you want to start the fight. And in the meantime, the Bobula has been slowly moving into position along the eastern passage. They might be able to get shots on the breadcrumbs here as soon as they pass this bluff. They certainly see them. But they don't want to engage too early because Rishi Dream is pretty far back. And the combination of a Junker and a Mobula can put out a lot of fire very quickly. But Mobula is going to back up into safety, allowing Greasy Dream enough time to find a better angle. It looks like Conglomerate of Ian is expecting this as well. So they are maintaining this formation, which I feel like the Uptown Monk is going to be able to deal with the squid very easily when they decide to engage. Greasy Dream continuing to push forward, farther behind the Conglomerate of Ian, trying to maintain those spots. Information is always good in this game. Although it seems there's plenty of information to go around with spots going down on the Greasy Dream as well. But Bobula has backed pretty far into the canyons. I'm curious how they want to fight when they're backing up like this. If they just want to reset it so that they can, you know, every time they reset it, that gives them another possibility. If they move around the map to get another ambush, and if they really want to get that ambush and they really want to have the element of surprise, like, they can keep doing that over and over again, just poking forward. If the fight is not going their way, immediately disengaging, and then moving around the map a little more, and trying to start a fight again somewhere else. Like, they really want, they want to have there to be an asymmetry of information. They want to, basically, I'm trying to formulate this thought. They want a fight to start where they know where blue team is, but blue team does not know where they are. And I think that's why they keep resetting these fights and backing off. Because Greasy Dream pokes forward, Greasy Dream gets spotted. Okay, let's try again. Let's do this until the Greasy Dream does not get spotted, and hit them from an angle that they completely do not expect. And now Bobula has retreated all the way back to blue spawn. He's going to go back up the eastern pass. That's going to take him quite a while, so looks like it's going to be some more downtime here. Greasy Dream just hanging out. He's kind of leading blue team around a bit, but there's no way he can commit to any of these fights. And actually, by the way he's moving, he's leading them more out into the open, which is probably not what he wanted to do. Maybe it would have been a better option to try to duck under them and go farther into the canyons. So Greasy Dream going to be moving back in the meantime, but Bobula has decided not to, in fact, not go up the eastern pass. And he's sitting in blue spawn. This is all very exciting, I'm sure, for everyone involved. And since Conglomerate of Ian is probably knows better than to chase the squid, this might be a matter of them just moving around the map at random until they stumble into the Red Mobula's trap. Who knows? Who knows if that'll ever happen? Greasy Dream is going to continue to stalk the blue. He's sticking close by. They are getting pretty close to their own spawn, which is their own spawn, which is where the Bobobula is stationed, so... But this is not a good place for them to fight. For the Predators. Greasy Dream's going to have to back out. The Mobula, it's going to be difficult for the Mobula to get behind here. But if they continue to chase, this may be the opportunity they've been waiting for the Predators, for them to ambush. And I'm not... No, it looks like they're not going to commit. They're just going to poke a bit with their long-range guns. Greasy Dream moving in for another pass. Gonna keep those spots. Yeah, as long as Greasy Dream is able to stay close enough to get the spots, the Bobobula can continue to shoot through cloud cover, no problem. Whereas the Bobobula remains unspotted. Now the Bobobula has moved into close range. It looks like they've got a great pincer on the breadcrumbs. The Gatlings from both ships coming in. The Banshees, so many Banshees. The Mobula going down immediately. The patience from Team Predators is fantastic. They picked the perfect opportunity to engage with the Mobula slightly out of position, and now the Uptown Monk is left on his own. They're going to close the distance in their mob. They're going to be taking down guns. They're going to be taking down engines. The whole armor is about to break on the Uptown Monk. And with the Flamer engaging, with the Banshee from the Squid engaging, Uptown Monk, not long for this world. And this is another dangerous situation for the Conglomerate of Ian, because the Predators are fighting in their spawn and now losing this Junker. The breadcrumbs is not too far away, so if the Predators decide to go with some aggressive positioning and move farther into their spawn, they could potentially catch this Mobula. And Breadcrumbs is hiding. He does not want to be spotted, because that's exactly what the Predators are doing. They smell the fear. Alright, spots going down. The fight has been delayed long enough for the Junker to respawn. So this will be an even fight regardless. And now that the Greasy Dream has the information he wants on Blue Team's spawn locations, he's going to back out. Regroup with his ally. Bobobula engaging Hades on the breadcrumbs, taking down their whole armor. We might have another situation where the Mobula gets a dual focus if the Greasy Dream is able to close the distance here. I think that's going to be the case. Light Carronade from the going into the breadcrumbs. They're losing their whole armor. They're dying again. They really... I want to say the issue that they're running into here. The Mobula is going to be the more vulnerable of the two ships. Junker's fairly tanky. It has a small hitbox. It's difficult to kill. And actually, the Mobula, or the Uptown Monk might be able to get the kill on the Mobula here, if their ally's not able to body block for them, which they are. Doing a good job. A lot of Banshees coming out. Junker's only going to be able to stay alive so long in the face of the Gatling and the Flamer. I think that's probably gonna be it for the Junker. And the Babobula actually going down as well. Breadcrumbs with an assault from behind. They have an opportunity now if they can engage those Artemi. Or I guess they only have one Artemis on this blue Mobula. But yeah, Greasy Dream's gonna escape. But the issue that I think that they were running into in the past couple of fights is that the Mobula is faster than the Junker. So when both the blue ships are trying to charge forward and bear down on a target, the Mobula is going to naturally, if they're both moving at full speed, the Mobula is naturally going to overtake their allied Junker. And that's going to put them in a more vulnerable position because the Mobula is far more fragile. It's a far more vulnerable ship. So it's made it pretty trivial for the Predators to dual focus the Breadcrumbs. But with that surprise attack, they've managed to push the Predators out of their spawn and put 1 point on the board. With just about 5 minutes remaining in the match. Really, what Conglomerate of Ian wants, the optimal situation for Conglomerate of Ian is a fight in red spawn. Because they're going to need 4 kills, and 4 kills means they need to wipe the red team, and then wait for them to respawn, and then wipe them again. That's the only way they can take this match. So red spawn fight is definitely optimal. And Greasy Dream already spotted these blue ships. Alright, and they've fully exposed themselves. They are dual focusing the Babobula. Breadcrumb getting dual focused as well. Breadcrumb's losing their whole armor first, forcing them to duck down. The Banshee's coming out. The Gatling coming out. Breadcrumb's already taken a lot of damage, but Greasy Dream actually exposing himself to the Uptown Monker. But Babobula managing to finish off the Breadcrumbs there for the fifth kill, even with the Greasy Dream going down at the end. Strong play from Team Predators. This seems like one of the maps that they are extremely comfortable on.